All right, Tess, just a couple more cool things with dictionaries before we dive into the chemistry. So let me clear my console here. And again, I'm just going to comment out these lines so that we don't see that output. So we are going to be dealing with lists of dictionaries, so more than one dictionary. So for this example, I'll make a list called all students. Lists always are enclosed in square brackets. Actually, I think I can do that to make it easier to read. And each element of this list is actually going to be a dictionary, so curly braces. So each dictionary is going to represent information about one particular student. Okay, so let's just make up some students here. So, oops, need our quotations name. Our first student will be Allison. Excuse me. We'll have the student's grade and say Allison is in grade 10. And let's say we'll have the student's, excuse me, GPA. And let's say Allison's GPA is a 3.5. Okay, that's the end of that dictionary because that's the first student. So now we'll put in another dictionary representing another student. This one's name will be Tess. Tess will be in grade 11, and Tess's GPA will be a 4.0. And I forgot a comma there, which is why GPA didn't turn orange. Okay. And let's do one more student, so comma, and we'll put in another dictionary. Let's give this student a name. Oh, see doodle, sorry about that. The name of Johnny. Johnny is also in grade 11. And Johnny has a GPA of 2.4. Johnny is not doing so well. And sorry, just to make sure we have enough data here, we'll do one more student. We'll do a student whose name is Anna. Anna is in grade 10. And Anna's GPA is a 2.1, also not doing too well. Okay, so we got all of our data. Let's run it just to make sure there's no syntax errors. We do have a syntax error. Line 36, it doesn't like that. So let's go to line 36, grade 11. Oh, I forgot the comma up here after that piece of information. Let's run it again. Perfect, no syntax errors. Okay. So now I can, once I have this dictionary, I can print it out. So I could print out all students. So there it is. I could print out, say, I just wanted this first student, Allison. So in a list, we actually start counting with 0. So I could print out all students sub 0 to get that first element. And there it is. I could print out all students sub 1, and that should give me my second student in the list, which was Tess with all of her associated information. So that's how I could print individual dictionaries from that list. Suppose I just wanted to know, for some reason, this student's GPA. So for that, all students sub 1 gives me the dictionary of information about this student. So that's all students sub 1. And now in particular, I want to access the value that is stored under the key of GPA. So I would just add sub GPA, and that should print out that student's GPA, and it does. Excuse me. So there's all kind of list manipulation you can do there. And you can play around with different print statements and trying to figure out how to kind of dig in and access different pieces of information. Suppose now we wanted to loop over this list and print out only the students with a GPA under 2.5. Okay, so this is just like looping over our list of numbers, which we did before. So our list is all students. So we're going to loop over each student in all students. So for student in all students, and we're only going to print out that student's information if their GPA, let's say, is under 2.5. So we're going to say if student, now how do we get that student's GPA? Well, remember that student is a dictionary, so student sub GPA. If that number is less than 2.5, then we'll just print out, let's say, all of that student's information. Let's run that and see if it works. Does not work. Key error, GPA. Okay, I am gonna pause the video here. All right, Tess, I found it. I had made a little error here when I defined Johnny's information. For some reason, instead of putting GPA as the key, I put Johnny. So anyway, Johnny's GPA is 2.4, so I made that adjustment. So now again, going back to my code, for each student in all students, if that student's GPA is less than 2.5, I'm going to print out that student's information. So let's clear our console, run the code, and there I get the information of the two students, Johnny and Anna, whose GPAs are less than 2.5. Suppose I only wanted to print out their names. I didn't care about the rest of the information. Then instead of printing out that whole dictionary, student, I would print out simply student sub name. And I should get just Johnny and Anna. So there they are. So that is just basic dictionaries and then iterating over dictionaries. What we've done in our last code here is actually create a little filter, right? We filtered our list according to GPA. And that is very similar to probably what we'll be having students do with all of the periodic table information. So stay tuned.